Some of the stair material here is collapsing, and it's not the materials problem, it's the builder's problem, because they chose substandard material. In front of that piece that was kicked in here, there was this, and this is how it looks like in its full glory. This is laminated particle board, melamine. The particle board is made up of this wood chip, as you can see. Once it gets wet and soaks up water, it just does this. If you have melamine basically melamine board, which is particle board inside with a plastic laminated sheet on top, you have your countertop made of this, and this is gonna happen around the sink as well. Okay, so other than moldy and disgusting, it's also it also has no hold, no structure to it. If you come over here with me, I've got a collection of materials that I'm gonna explain a little bit on this string here. Come on up on the perch here, so you can see what's happening thereabouts. Yeah, maybe a little closer. No, it's good. I'll get closer. So let's start with this melamine board. Okay, melamine board, you can see it. I have a bunch of materials here. This is the edge of the melamine board. This is particle board. You can see it's made of wood chip. If you have your furniture made up out of particle board, you know, it's making good use of sawdust and wood chip. But if you put a screw in it, or if you try to glue it or dowel it or work with it, it sucks. Okay, the melamine can crack, or this plastic facing can crack, and if you put a screw in it without pre-drilling, that's how it's gonna look like. Alright, nails, screws don't hold without pre-drilling. You can see the depth of the screw as the head of the screw was forced into material. It just spectacularly splits, just like so. And this one is sticking out a little more than this one, because the plastic bonding, whatever, it still kind of holds it together, although the crack is wider on this one. So anyhow, they're equally limited, I say. It's not entirely garbage, but yeah, pretty close. It's made out of garbage, so that's what you can get out of it. Alright, what do I have here? There you can pause the frame or freeze the frame, and you can read some old notes that I wrote on it, I don't know, 10 years ago. Here is particle board. Alright, and so we've discussed this one. Another piece of garbage that's made of fine sawdust is this MDF, and I have seen gifts in a gift store made of MDF that were sold as if it was made of wood or gold, and it doesn't have wood grain on it, you know. And the wood grain from one surface carries over to another surface, and the third one, yeah, it's the same thing. It splits like there's no tomorrow. If you try to fix it, glue it, yeah, good luck. And actually, the screw is sticking out from the highest from all of the materials. Okay, and there are my notes on it. You can read it. It's great for painting. It takes on paint very evenly, so it's good for trim, molding, furniture. Yeah, forget about it. What do we have here? Next one is OSB, oriented strand board. That's how it looks like on the surface. That's how it looks like on the edge. It's also made up of, or made of wooden chips, but not finely ground chips as particle board, but just biggie chips and flakes. Okay, sometimes you can make a beam out of it. This can be strong, and it doesn't really split. Look at that. All this, the screw is in full depth, and it does split, but not spectacularly. It doesn't fail as much as the others. And plywood is the best of all, or strongest of all. Here is plywood. You can see this one is good one side plywood. You can pause the frame and read the notes. It does crack along the layers, but without pre-drilling. But of course you need to pre-drill it, but this one is the strongest of them all. So for your building project, just some food for thought. Alright, and this is what happened to my MDF baseboard in the bathroom. Of course, it was installed in a stupid location next to the bathtub where there should be tile or whatever, but you can see it swells and expands, and it doesn't shrink back to its original dimension. Plus, it's moldy and otherwise disgusting. But that's what happens with MDF. You have to keep MDF particle board, everything dry. Basically, everything you have to keep dry, but plywood is the least sensitive to these dimensional changes and delamination. Alrighty.